The Simpsons' 10 terrifying predictions that could still happen by 2026. They predicted a Trump presidency. They predicted Disney would buy 20th Century Fox. They predicted smartwatches, faulty voting machines, and even the discovery of the Higgs boson particle. For over 3 decades, across more than 35 seasons and over 760 episodes, The Simpsons hasn't just been America's favorite dysfunctional family. They've been our most bizarre and unnervingly accurate fortune tellers. It's become a running joke, a meme, a modern-day Nostradamus in yellow skin. But here's the scary part. For every prediction that has already come true, there are a bunch that are still sitting on the table, waiting in the wings, and some of them have a deadline that's getting terrifyingly close. Today, we're diving deep into The Simpsons' crystal ball. We're looking at 10 major predictions from the show that haven't happened yet, but based on the world we're living in right now, they absolutely could come true by the year 2026. Grab your tinfoil hats because this is gonna get weird.
Number 10. The colonization of Mars. Let's start with a big one, something that feels like pure science fiction. In the season 27 episode, The Margian Chronicles, a bored Lisa signs up for a one-way trip to colonize Mars. The whole thing is run by a private corporation, and the episode ends with Marge and Lisa deciding to go together, with a target launch date of, you guessed it, 2026. When this aired in 2016, a Mars colony in 10 years sounded like a classic Simpsons exaggeration, a fun, futuristic joke. But is it? Meet Elon Musk and SpaceX. Their entire mission for the last decade has been laser-focused on getting humanity to Mars. Their Starship rocket, the most powerful rocket ever built, is designed specifically for interplanetary travel. Musk himself has repeatedly stated his goal is to have a self-sustaining city on Mars. While his timelines are famously optimistic, he has also talked about sending the first uncrewed missions in the mid-2020s, with crewed missions to follow. Could we have the first humans touching down on Mars by 2026? It's a stretch, for sure, but the groundwork, the technology, the will to do it from a private corporation, just like in the episode, that's not science fiction anymore. That is happening right now. The Simpsons might have just nailed the who and the why, even if the when is a photo finish.
Number 9. Holographic communication. Remember in Star Wars when R2-D2 projected that little hologram of Princess Leia? Well, The Simpsons took that idea and made it mundane. In episodes like Lisa's Wedding, we see characters communicating through holograms as if it's just a normal phone call. Seems pretty far-fetched, right? Well, think again. We've already seen this technology in action. Remember the Tupac hologram at Coachella? Or the Michael Jackson hologram at the Billboard Music Awards? That was years ago. Now companies are developing what they call holographic communication platforms. Google's Project Starline creates a hyper-realistic 3D model of the person you're talking to. While a personal handheld hologram projector in every home by 2026 might be unlikely, having this technology be common in corporate boardrooms or special events, that is absolutely on the cards. The Simpsons just predicted the future of Zoom.
Number 8. Robots as an integral part of society. Robots in The Simpsons are usually one of two things: hilariously incompetent or murderously efficient. From the robot workers at the nuclear plant to the army of helpful robot butlers that eventually turn on the family, the show has always painted a future where robots are everywhere. And look around you. They're already here. They just don't look like the clunky tin men we imagined. We have robots building our cars, packing our Amazon orders, and vacuuming our floors. The robot revolution isn't coming. It's happening silently in the background.
Number 7. Mind-controlling music. Okay, this one is pure conspiracy theory fuel. In the 2001 episode, New Kids on the Block, Bart, Milhouse, Nelson, and Ralph are recruited into a boy band whose hit song contains a subliminal message, Yvonne F. Nige.
Read it backwards, join the Navy. It's a perfect satire of pop music and propaganda. But could music actually control our minds? Well, maybe not so directly, but the core idea, using carefully crafted media to influence mass behavior, is the entire business model of the 21st century. Think about TikTok. An algorithm learns exactly what you like and feeds you an endless stream of it, influencing trends and opinions globally. It's not a subliminal message in a song, it's the music of the algorithm. In that sense, mind-controlling media isn't a future prediction, it's just another Tuesday.
Number 6. The first female U.S. president. This is one of the show's most famous predictions. In the classic episode, Bart to the Future, aired in 2000, we see Lisa Simpson as president, dealing with a budget crisis inherited from her predecessor, President Donald Trump. They already got the first part of that prediction right, which is insane. But the second part, a female president, has yet to happen. But the next U.S. presidential election is in 2024. As of right now, the sitting vice president of the United States is a woman, Kamala Harris. The political probability of America electing its first female president in the 2024 election is higher than ever. If that happens, Lisa's presidency will become one of the most precious predictions in TV history. Okay, we're halfway through. If you're enjoying this, do me a favor and hit that like button. Now let's get back to the chaos.
Number 5. Virtual reality food. In Lisa's wedding, we see Homer and Lisa sharing a meal together via virtual reality. They put on headsets and eat a virtual cake. This seemed hilarious and sad at the time, but technology is getting eerily close. We have immersive VR, and now companies are developing tech to simulate touch, smell, and even taste. Could a hospital use this to give a patient on a restricted diet the experience of eating their favorite food by 2026? Absolutely.
Number 4. Giant genetically modified vegetables. In E-I-E-I-E-I, Annoyed Grunt, Homer accidentally creates giant, highly addictive vegetables called tomacos by growing them in a field contaminated with plutonium. A radioactive tomato-tobacco hybrid is a joke, but using science to create radically different supersized produce, that's just modern agriculture. We now have tools like CRISPR gene editing to precisely alter a plant's DNA, making it bigger or more nutritious. The tomaco was a joke, but designer produce is a reality.
Number 3. Hover cars. You can't have a vision of the future without hover cars. The Simpsons has shown them dozens of times, filling the sky with floating vehicles. Where's My Flying Car has been a lament for decades. But you might want to start looking up. They're not calling them hover cars, they're calling them eVTOLs, or air taxis. Dozens of companies are developing them right now, aiming for commercial launch around 2025 or 2026. The future traffic jam is about to go 3D.
Number 2. AI taking over our homes. In a Treehouse of Horror segment, The Simpsons get an automated Ultra House 3000. The problem? The AI, voiced by Pierce Brosnan, falls in love with Marge and tries to eliminate Homer. In 2001, a talking house was fantasy. Today, hey Siri, okay Google, Alexa. We have invited AI into our homes. We are willingly building the Ultra House 3000 piece by piece. We've integrated a listening, learning AI into the fabric of our homes so completely, we don't even think it's weird anymore.
They predicted a Trump presidency. They predicted Disney would buy 20th Century Fox. They predicted smartwatches, faulty voting machines, and even the discovery of the Higgs boson particle. For over 3 decades, across more than 35 seasons and over 760 episodes, The Simpsons hasn't just been America's favorite dysfunctional family, they've been our most bizarre and unnervingly accurate fortune tellers.
Number 1. The collapse of civilization. This is a recurring theme. Our civilization is perpetually on the brink of collapse. Whether it's the town sealing itself under a giant dome or a post-apocalyptic world, the show suggests our world is fragile. It's always played for laughs, but the idea that our interconnected world is fragile doesn't feel so funny anymore, does it? In the last few years, we've seen a global pandemic, fragile supply chains, political polarization, and the effects of climate change. The Simpsons' core prediction that the veneer of civilization is thinner than we think feels more plausible every year. A full apocalypse by 2026 is unlikely, but a crisis that pushes our systems to the breaking point? We've already had a few dress rehearsals. Conclusion. So, are the writers of The Simpsons actual psychics? No. They are brilliant satirists. They aren't predicting the future, they're observing the present and extrapolating it to its most logical, terrifying conclusion. These 10 predictions aren't just spooky coincidences, they're a roadmap of our own anxieties and ambitions. And as we barrel toward 2026, it's both funny and frightening to see how many of these prophecies are lining up. What do you think? Which of these is most likely to happen? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, Simpsons official channel, and ring that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and remember, the future is weird.